Well, I think any diet can result in fat loss and weight loss, and you can build muscle as well. And pretty much any diet with a few key criteria. For fat loss specifically, the biggest one is energy deficit, which can be triggering for some people, or they might disagree with it. But if you look at these metabolic ward studies where people are actually controlled for their entire food intake, like they literally eat a certain amount of food, then the calorie deficit always is the biggest determinant of weight loss, and regardless if it's a low-carb diet or a high-carb diet. So in the real world, it's obviously can be different, because if you're living in a society without like people controlling you and controlling your movements, then of course you're going to have cravings, you're going to have opportunistic food, let's say environment where you see a bagel, you're going to eat the bagel, or whatever the case is, like someone brings you donuts at the work. There's always these kind of situations in the free world that can be disruptive or harmful to fat loss. So in the real world, what matters most is like adherence to the diet, which means that are you able to stick to the diet? Are you able to stick to a lower calorie intake? Are you able to not feel so hungry that you're going to overeat? And are you able to do it for the long term? So that's the biggest factor for fat loss in the real free living world. And there are some diets that obviously help to achieve that more easily, and others less so. So for less hunger, more satiety, more energy, then you generally do better on a whole foods diet, that prioritizes protein, healthy fats, healthy carbs, fiber, and vegetables. You're just going to feel very satiated and full by doing that. And they also stimulate all these different kind of peptides in the gut that promote satiety, like GLP-1 and those things. So like olive oil and fibers and protein, they all increase GLP-1 expression. That makes you more satiated, and you end up eating less food for the entire day.